guys, Grant here with Canada Brush Control, and we are actually on our way to a new project this time. I figure I'd do the intro right now because it is raining out. So once I get to the customer's house, we are brush hogging I'd say about 5 acres, and I am getting directly in the skid steer and getting to work. So we'll put you guys in the cab on a time lapse, but I figure it's drier in here and I can do this faster in here than trying to do it in the rain. So yeah, we're going to get started. So here we go.
Okay, so it is currently day 2. If you can see him, he's in the back using the whippersnipper because he's itching to start working. But yesterday we had to, well, he had to start or stop working because there's an issue with the skid steer. It picked up a rock and the blades are all messed up, so we can't use that until they come and repair it. So for now I'm gonna be out here like manually cutting down all the long grass and whatnot with the whippersnipper. Well, when he's done with it. So yeah, until then we're kind of just waiting for them to come and repair the skid steer, and yeah.
All right, so we finished off yesterday. It started raining, so I just kept going and we were trying to finish. Yesterday was kind of a freebie, just tried to see what we can get done to make it easier because today was supposed to be the official start date. Anyways, the blades on the brush hog are actually older and thinner, and they ended up picking up a rock and bent, so they're on their way here now to fix it temporarily. They have new blades on order, but it is Saturday. So in the meantime, we have a section here that is all fenced in. This is just more of a personal area, so we are doing it by hand. Michaela is doing the trimming. I was getting it started for her. I'm just bored, waiting for them to come do it. Anyways, we're gonna put you on a time lapse with her for now until we get the skid steer up and running. So here we go. right, so it is actually the next day. We've got barely any footage for this one. It's just been repetitive brush hogging fields. So when we started 2 days ago, we did that field over there. You really can't see it. And then yesterday we worked on all this area here all the way to the back. Now we have what used to be a dog training area, which is right behind me. I kind of started last night. I'm battling with this getting dark early thing. We did some of this area here as I moved up to it, and I ended up hitting a jack that was hidden in the grass, so a hydraulic jack. So I'm hoping we're going to try and touch up a bit more of this, and I'm hoping that everything else is okay and I don't hit anything. There's a little more area that's over there. Michaela was doing some handwork, and I figure I can go and touch a little bit up to make her job easier. We did some of the ravine down to the pond, and it's clay, and almost slid actually into the pond. So we stopped that. Michaela finished it up there by hand. She's been doing awesome. So what we're gonna do right now is we're gonna finish up this dog kennel area and go and work on a little bit of this. There is another area over there that's fenced in that I'm gonna try and get started. The area that you saw Michaela working there, is too thick, so I'm gonna take some of the fence down, go in and see if we can do it, get some of that cleaned up, so it makes her life a little easier, because she's got a lot of touching up to do, and she's back in school tomorrow. It's Sunday. So anyways, we're gonna get started. So we'll put you on a time lapse in here. Here we go. So if anybody's wondering why there's no consistency, why I'm not doing like perfectly straight lines or anything like that, trust me, my OCD is kicking in and it is driving me nuts. But the area is so uneven and there's so many different contours that we kind of have to work with it, and we have to keep the deck kind of on an angle because there is so much unknowns here. There's so many boulders that are hidden. The owner just bought the property, so she just took it over. The previous people that were here had a lot of stuff just thrown everywhere, so we have to proceed through all of this with caution, which is why they brought us in, was to try and clean it up for them so they can see and they can start working on the property. So that's the reason for the unorganized movements and stuff like that, is just path of least resistance right now, trying to hit as little boulders as possible. And this is taking twice as long as I thought because of these issues, but we're getting it done the best we can. And yeah, This was this area here. They used to apparently train dogs in here. It hasn't been too bad. There's been a few boulders like you just saw where it just picks it up right away, and so we're just proceeding with caution. We're kind of working like I would even call it grid areas, but we're trying to make little areas just to try and clean up, ease our way in, and slowly get this done. It's the fastest and safest way to do it without causing issues. The bigger fields, I was able at the beginning to do more straight lines and go around, kind of like a cutting the lawn kind of thing, but this requires more maneuvering to try and make sure we don't hit anything. So that's the story, and I'm sticking to it. But anyways, here we go.
Well, that's my story, and I'm sticking to it.
Alright, so we are Monday, and day 4. I kept the skid steer and the brush hog for an extra day because I told her that I would help her out with a few things. So she just bought this farm, and like I said, she's trying to clean it up, and she's trying to see where the best to put the paddocks and redo them all. So anyways, when we left off with you guys yesterday, it is a little steamy in here. See if I can clean up some of the windows so you can see. But anyways, when we left off yesterday when the battery died, I was over on the far end of the paddocks, just on the other side of the ravine, and we cleaned all that out. We worked on all the finishing touches over here, and I came and did the rest of this paddock here, clean that one. Now what I want to do is I'm going to go over this one here. Is pretty rough. It's got a ton of trees and brush and everything growing in there, so we're going to try and get that cleaned up. The problem is that we are actually on a bit of a time crunch because it is freezing out here, which is why everything's steaming up in here, because we're still warming up the skid steer, but we are expecting snow. So snow and brush hogging where there's boulders everywhere, it doesn't mix, so we're going to try and get this done as quick as possible. I'm going to stick you on the time lapse and stick you in the window. Sorry guys, I'm everywhere on this job, so I can't really do this and manage a tripod at the same time. It's just not enough time to do it. We're on a time crunch, so it's all cab work. So anyways, we are going to put you on here now, and let's get started. Here we go.
right, well, the GoPro battery died and I left the batteries at home. So I'm actually on my phone. We just finished and it started snowing like crazy, so we finished just in time. Anyways, I'm gonna close out quickly because I am driving home and trying to beat the storm that's coming in. And yeah, so if you liked the video, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. We'll close out with some drone footage. I did manage to get some of that quickly, but it is snowing, so I saw some of the snow flakes was hitting the camera. So hopefully it turned out okay. We'll know when it's editing time, but here we go.